Good evening. I'm Pradhani Nithukhongjam giving you the evening news. First, the headlines. 3 drivers sustained injury while 20 trucks were damaged by blockade supporters near Noni. Minister Irawat says using Guite Road instead of Jiribam Road is nothing but bluffing the people. And more loaded trucks arrive in Imphal. Now the news in details. 3 drivers sustained injuries and many trucks were smashed as supporters of economic blockade attacked loaded trucks coming to Imphal along the 2 National Highway 53. The incident occurred 2 kilometers of Noni around 5 this morning as the loaded trucks were approaching towards near Noni. Suspected blockade supporters threw stones from hills, breaking the front glasses of trucks and injuring 3 drivers. Unidentified small arm-wielding persons also tried to kidnap 5 drivers and second drivers. However, the armed persons ran away, leaving the drivers after seeing an army team approaching from the opposite directions. Speaking to the ISTV News, a driver who witnessed the whole incident expressed dissatisfaction and unhappiness at attitude of Manipur police personnel who witnessed the scene as silent spectators. He also said the protesters whom carried small arms tried to burn the trucks numbering about 30. The stretch of road from Jiribam to Imphal now has no security problem except from Noni to Tupul, which is vulnerable. The driver said that more than 20 trucks were damaged in the attack. The fate of one critically injured driver who is left behind is not known, he added. Till afternoon, more than 107 loaded trucks including petrol, diesel, LPG, cement, rice, iron, chicken feeds, etc. have reached Imphal. Some more trucks are still at Kumbong. On the other hand, more than 61 petrol, kerosene and diesel trucks have also reached Imphal. A police team led by SDPO Imphal West, Madhum Nimai, escorted the oil tankers to 2nd MR and 2nd IRB. Minister Irawat says using Guite Road instead of National Highway 53 is nothing but cheating the innocent people, and if this fake is challenged, he warned that the issue will be raised to the central government. Speaking to a group of reporters at Kumbong, where he personally went to receive and assess the returning drivers, he said he personally along with his security guards took the Jiri Road to take stock of the condition of the road. More loaded trucks will arrive as the highway is accessible now. He came down heavily against the state government decision to take Guite Road instead of Jiribam Road and further added that it tantamount to bluffing the people if the government consider Guite as a viable alternative. He also assured that all possible assistance will be extended to those drivers who sustained injury during the journey. He even went to extend that if the need arises, then he may even leave for Jiri all along.
It is a great cheating to the people of Manipur. It is intolerable that there is something which due to that these stone thrown others materials of some of these vehicles and the injury also some drivers also happened here. It is why I am just to see what I can do at my own level, and even require then I am to talk with the Ministry of Home also. And then only my streets to this Jiri only just to see the conditions of the road. Very serious and very desperately intentions of transportation all these things along this so-called Guite Road. You see, that is very easy. So anybody can import it. I don't like to say much thing. If I am vibrated my sincerity and if somebody says that, then I will say I will destroy, and even this matter may come to the government of India also.
Residents of Kurkul village, which falls under Imphal West, decry the reconfigurations of boundary of Kurkul, which left out various parts of village as well as the subsequent renaming of those parts, and expressed resentment against the morphing of Harauching into the Sada Hills Fall. The village, which was earlier under the Sekmai Assembly constituency, was recently brought into the Kangpupi Assembly constituency under the aegis of Autonomous District Council. There had been no concrete answer from the state government on being approached by the representatives of Kurkul on the issue. A press meet was organized at a press club which was attended by Apunba Kurkul Nupi Chaukhadlup Secretary K.H. Dhanpati, Panchayat members K.H. Hera and P.H. Tombi, and Jila Parishad member Sivanandi. Commenting on the issue, they stated that the areas of Kurkul which have been renamed include Lemakong, Henjang, and Venger and electricity power. They added that the Kurkul have been recognized by the state Darbar since the time of Maharaja Buddhachandra Singh as a Meitei settlement, and so they will not accede to the notion of Kurkul being considered as an area under the Autonomous District Council. They are preparing to file a case against this move. They further added that this matter requires a comprehensive discussion with the state government and sought the intervention of the state at the earliest on the matter. Civil Aviation Minister Praful Patel offered his resignation to Prime Minister Manmohan Singh on Saturday evening. A reliable source said that the Prime Minister rejected the resignation offer, telling Mr. Patel that this wasn't time to take emotional decisions. The Prime Minister is understood to have told Mr. Patel that his services were needed now more than ever to strengthen the aviation sector. 6th Biennial Conference of All India Postal Extra-Departmental Employees Union, Manipur Division, North East Circle was held today at Kuki Inn. Director Postal Service Manipur, Somkamai, and ASP Headquarter Manipur Division, W. Sudan, also took part in the conference, which was discussed the various programs to be taken up by the union. All Manipur Working Journalists Union today hold a simple reception ceremony for the state media persons who brought laurels for the state in the recently concluded Northeast Media Sports Festival at Guwahati. Along with them, journalists who covered the recent Mao incident were also given a warm reception. AMJU President Khogendra took part in the reception ceremony as chief guest. Journalists were presented with a simple gift to acknowledge their sporting and journalistic talent. Speaking on the occasion, Press Club Secretary Arun Iringbam said, though the gift given is very worthless, yet it is a token for acknowledgement of state journalists in the field of sports and journalistic talents. AMJU is contemplating to hold sport meets from next year onwards in view of the ever-increasing sporting talents of state journalists. He also lauded the role played by the state journalists in covering the Mao incident amidst trying circumstances. When the situation at Mao was volatile, media persons stayed their endurance and exhibited professionalism for the long period against all odds. Covering news in such situation warranted extra courage and experience, he added. Members of the Chingtam Social Workers Union, Irilbung, handed over a deer to the authority of Manipur Zoological Garden, Iroisemba. The deer was brought to the members of the club by the villagers of Bamun Kampu Yambem Laikai, who captured it this morning. Members of the club stressed the need to protect and save wildlife and appealed to all to save wild animals. Khagempally Nambulmapal Development Organization and Maibam Laikai Veterinary Dispensary, in collaboration with State Veterinary and Animal Husbandry Services, Manipur, today conducted an anti-rabies vaccination camp at Khagempally. The vaccination camp was organized to protect dogs from rabies. More than 300 different varieties of dogs were vaccinated in the said camp. Education Minister L. Jayantakumar visited the camp. Speaking to ISTV News, Jayantakumar said the camp was held as part of preventing the dogs from rabies, which is quite common in dogs. He also observed that animals too have a right to life, and such camps will be held in different parts of Kasamthong constituency. Commercial vehicles stop service from today, creating serious inconveniences to regular commuters on Tidim Road. Imphal Churachampur Bus Association today launched an indefinite strike in protest against the issue of contract carrier permits and frequent change of parking allocations by Transport Department authorities. The association banned Magic, Winger and buses from plying on the road. According to Imphal Churachampur Bus Owner and Worker Association Secretary Dhanabir, the ban was imposed to express dissent and protest against the Transport Department irregularities in arranging parking lot for Magic, Winger and buses. Changing of permit for every week led to the confusion for parking lot among the transporters. He further said the ban was also imposed to counter the dictate to the association by a small transporter association of Churachampur. He also said the association will intensify the agitation if the Transport Department fails to solve the present imbroglio at the earliest. That's all we have in this evening news. To end the news, let's have a look at the headlines once again. 3 drivers sustained injuries while 20 trucks were damaged by blockade supporters near Noni. Minister Irawat says using Guitia Road instead of Jiribam Road is nothing but bluffing the people, and more loaded trucks arrive in Nepal. Thank you for being with us. Good night.